What does true strength look like? It's not the weight you lift or the tough face you wear in hard times. True strength is quiet, steady, and unseen. It's waking up when you're drained and moving forward. It's standing firm when the world feels like it's falling apart. This isn't the strength of action movies. It's the silent victories that often go unnoticed, even by you. Today, we're uncovering 7 quiet signs of your unshakable power. First, you face your fears head on. This isn't common courage, it's rare, and it's yours. True strength isn't fearlessness, it's action in the face of fear. Remember a moment when you stood tall despite trembling inside. Maybe you spoke up when your voice felt weak or rebuilt your life from ruins. Each step forward wasn't just overcoming fear. It was discovering a deeper confidence and resilience. As the Stoics remind us, fear isn't an obstacle, it's a chance to grow. When you face your fears, you're not just overcoming them. You're unlocking growth, opportunity, and a stronger version of yourself. Each time you whisper, "I can do this," you're silencing fear and inspiring those around you. Strong individuals don't let fear dictate their path. They know those doubts, "What if I fail?" are not truths but tests. Instead of yielding, they transform that uncertainty into fuel, pushing forward. Each challenge you face shapes a more resilient, empowered version of yourself. The second sign? Taking responsibility. Owning your actions is a rare and profound power. It's not about perfection. It's about standing tall when you stumble and saying, "This one's on me." Most people deflect blame, point fingers, or hide behind excuses, trapping themselves in a cycle of stagnation. But not you. You have the courage to face yourself honestly, and that bravery sets you apart. Accountability isn't just strength, it's control. By owning your choices, you reclaim your power, paving the way for real growth and transformation. That's strength in its purest form. Taking responsibility earns respect. When you admit mistakes and take action to correct them, you show real strength, not in avoiding failure, but in embracing it as growth. As the Stoics teach, true strength is revealed in how you respond to challenges. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Owning your choices turns flaws into stepping stones, building something uniquely yours. When you reflect and take accountability, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. By facing your flaws, you inspire others more than you realize. The third sign of strength? Setting boundaries. At first glance, boundaries might seem like walls, but they're not about shutting people out. Boundaries are about carving out space to grow into the best version of yourself. They protect your energy, your peace, and your values, teaching others how to treat you. Honoring your limits is an act of self-respect that many struggle with, but it's one of the most profound displays of inner strength. Think of a time when you said no to something that didn't align with your priorities or well-being. Maybe a friend asked for help at a moment when you were already overwhelmed. Instead of stretching yourself thin, you chose to honor your limits, kindly but firmly explaining why you couldn't take on more. Initially, it might have felt uncomfortable, maybe even selfish, but in reality, it was an act of courage. You respected your own needs and set a clear example of how others should value your time and energy. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're essential. Without them, you risk losing yourself in the demands and expectations of others. And here's the truth: when you consistently honor your boundaries, people begin to respect and admire you for it. They see you as someone who knows their worth, someone who prioritizes what truly matters. True strength lies in standing firm, even when others might not understand your decisions. That quiet resolve, the ability to say, "This is my limit and I won't compromise it," is unshakable strength in its purest form. The fourth sign: embracing vulnerability. In a world that labels it as weakness, choosing to face it is one of the bravest acts. Strength isn't pretending you have it all together. It's admitting, "I'm struggling," or "I need help." This doesn't diminish you. It makes you authentic, relatable, and deeply human. Think back to a time you felt overwhelmed. Maybe life stretched you too far, and instead of bottling it up, you confided in someone you trusted. What you received wasn't judgment, but empathy, proving a powerful truth. Vulnerability doesn't isolate, it connects. Acknowledging it eases the burden and strengthens bonds, turning struggle into growth. What's crucial is knowing who to trust with your vulnerability. Sharing isn't about being guarded, it's about respecting your emotional well-being. Strong individuals don't hide their scars. They honor them as symbols of resilience. Each scar tells a story of battles fought and victories won. If you've ever felt the weight of carrying everything alone, remember, asking for help isn't weakness. It's courage. It's valuing your well-being and choosing to grow stronger with support. That's not just strength. It's self-respect in action. The fifth hallmark of true strength: perseverance. When life gets hard, it's easy to stop, to give up, to let circumstances win. But you don't. You press forward, no matter how steep the climb. That relentless determination is proof of your unshakable strength. Think of a marathon runner. Their legs ache, their lungs burn, yet they keep going step by step. That's you. When life hits you with its hardest blows, a job loss, heartbreak, or a dream slipping out of reach, you refuse to let it break you. You adapt. You rise. You keep moving forward, even when the finish line feels impossibly distant. Instead of giving up, you tell yourself, "This isn't the end. There's more ahead." Perseverance isn't about sprinting or instant success. It's about steady, unyielding progress, even when it feels invisible. That quiet resolve is what turns struggles into triumphs and setbacks into stepping stones. And yes, there will be days when it feels like your efforts don't matter. But it's in those moments, when giving up feels easiest, that your true strength emerges. A strong person isn't defined by never falling, but by refusing to stay down. They rise after every stumble, dust themselves off, and keep going. That's perseverance. That's resilience. And that's the kind of strength that not only transforms your life, but inspires everyone who sees you. If you're on a tough path now, remember this: every step forward counts. Each refusal to give up isn't just progress toward your goals, it's the creation of a stronger, more admirable version of yourself. The sixth sign of true strength: lifting others. Supporting someone is a profound act of courage, yet not everyone dares to do it. In a world that glorifies competition, helping others is often misunderstood as weakness. But if you've ever celebrated someone's success, offered encouragement, or extended a hand with no expectation of return, you've already displayed extraordinary strength. I once knew someone who embodied this. A friend mentored a younger colleague, not for recognition, not for gain, but because she saw potential and wanted to help. The result? The colleague thrived, reaching new heights, and their relationship deepened into one built on trust and mutual respect. That simple act of selflessness created an environment where both could grow and succeed. Stoic philosophy reminds us, we rise by lifting others. Strong people understand that true strength isn't about outshining others. It's about fostering growth and collaboration. By uplifting others, they nurture trust, create meaningful connections, and build communities where everyone thrives. But supporting others doesn't mean neglecting yourself. Boundaries are vital. You can't pour into others if your own cup is empty. Strong individuals balance self-care with helping others, creating space for their well-being while empowering those around them. Each time you listen, encourage someone's dreams, or believe in their potential, you create a legacy of kindness and trust. You're not just helping them through their challenges. You're showing the world that strength thrives in collaboration, not competition. If you've ever uplifted someone, take pride in it. You're proof that the greatest strength lies in compassion and the commitment to mutual growth. The seventh sign of true strength: staying true to yourself. In a world of pressures, expectations, and comparisons, holding on to your identity is a bold act of courage. Authenticity requires self-awareness and an unshakable resolve to live in alignment with your values, even when it's difficult. Imagine this. You're with a group of friends and everyone agrees on something you can't support. Conforming would be easy, but instead you speak your truth. That decision isn't just brave, it's a testament to your integrity. Staying true to yourself isn't about stubbornness. It's about knowing your principles and letting them guide you. As Stoic philosophy teaches, no one controls your thoughts but you. By honoring your values, you create inner peace and build a strong foundation for every decision. When you say no to what conflicts with your values or take the path less traveled, you're not just making a choice. You're showcasing remarkable strength and self-respect. Living authentically inspires others to do the same. It shows that fulfillment doesn't come from approval or validation, but from being aligned with your true self. If you've ever felt different or pressured to conform, remember this: your uniqueness is your strength. Don't trade it for fleeting approval. The world doesn't need more people who blend in. It needs individuals like you, who stand out and inspire simply by being themselves. That, my friend, is the ultimate mark of true strength.